Alright, boys. Welcome back to Ranking JoJo Stands. We're still in part 3, and in my last video, I said we're gonna just be ranking Dio's henchmen, which technically we still are. It's just, we're gonna be ranking a lot more because I decided this was originally gonna be a YouTube short series. I'm just gonna make it a video series. So we're gonna be ranking pretty much the first half of villains from part 3, which is all of the remaining tarot, tarot users except the world, because we're gonna save the world for last because Dio. So starting off we have Tower of Grey. Uh, Tower of Grey is very weird because it doesn't really have like a signature ability. It's just like a really strong like beetle or a bug or fly or whatever it is. I mean, it's not D because it's really not the worst, but like it's kind of like Hermit Purple. Like it has potential. It's just like only certain people could use these stands in like really good scenarios. The only thing going for Tower of Grey is that it's just really fast, in my opinion. I think that's its only good attribute, is that it's really fast. I think barely. I've looked at the list. I think there's barely any stands that fall into D tier, and I also think it also has a very basic design, so it doesn't really have that either, unfortunately. Excuse me. Next up we have Dark Moon Blue. I think this is what it's called. Dark. It's either Dark Blue Moon or Dark Moon Blue. I really like its design. Like I like the aquatic looking thing. It's just, other than that, this is also like Tower of Grey, where it just doesn't really have much going for it, because it doesn't really like give you the ability to do better underwater. Like, yeah, the stand itself is really fast underwater, but like you can't breathe. It doesn't give you to breathe underwater. I think if it gave you to breathe underwater, it'd be easy A. It's just the guy who had it, he was like a marine or something, like a coast guard or whatever, and he like trained himself to breathe underwater for like over 6 minutes. What else can the stand do? I think it can shoot like water bullets. I think it did that, and it can also it can grow barnacles. I remember that. It's like barnacle acceleration. So like if I were gifted this stand, I'd want to live on like a beach or something. I don't know, maybe like join the Coast Guard or whatever. I think this is a Tower of Grey situation where you just can't really do much with it, I think. Yeah, C tier. Next up we have Strength. C tier, not really much to talk about. It's just a really big, like, old boat. I mean, yes, it would be cool to have. You could basically go anywhere. It's just, it's a boat. You can't really do anything with it. I mean, could bump it up to B. Just nah. I'm gonna keep it in C tier. Have it. It's just it's funny though. It's just a boat. That's it. The stand is the boat. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in C for now. We might come back to it. We might. Alright, next stand we have Yellow Temperance with the user, his name, very goofy name, Rubber Soul. This is like a golden colored, ever-consuming blob that gets stronger the more it consumes. And it is good because it does have good capabilities, because with like its transformation, like you can transform into things. It's just, the blob is just so mid, and it's actually, I don't know, I've never liked this thing. I'm gonna put it in C, but I could see it being in B just for like, actually no, I'm gonna keep it in C because even when you do transform into other things, it's still like always eating something. So yeah. Next, we have the Hanged Man, or Centerfold, or J Guile as he's known as. This is a very unique stand. It's if I remember, it's like some sort of like light reflection manipulation where you jump from like reflections of light, like mirrors and like basically you can just jump from light reflections like mirrors, any kind of mirror. Uh, and there was also, I think he was like going attacking Polnareff and Kakyoin by like their eyes. And I also really like the design of it too. It's got like the zombie mummy thing. I'm gonna put this in A because it's pretty goated in my opinion. And now, next up we have the Emperor. User is Whole Horse. I really like Whole Horse. I really like the Emperor. Uh, I think the Emperor is an easy S. It's an invisible gun, and you can control the bullets. And I think this is an unpopular opinion. I think the Emperor is better than Sex Pistols, personally. So yeah, and just Whole Horse is just the goat anyway. The Emperor is nice. So yeah. Next we have the Empress, which, if I remember correctly, this is just like a baby-like stand, a very ugly baby-like stand that it's just hard to kill, isn't it? No, 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 no. It plants itself onto you. It's a parasite. Yeah, it is a parasite. It's just like, what can you really do with this? I think this is another C tier. It's just too mid. Next, we have Wheel of Fortune. Personally, I think Wheel of Fortune could be an A. It's a car, and from what we've seen, you don't gotta worry about gas. It can shrink. It can shrink in size. It can enlarge. It can shoot like gas bullets, and it can transform. I think Wheel of Fortune is goated. It's easy. It's easy transport basically. Next we have Justice. Justice is the stand of Inyaba. And I really, really, really like the design of Justice. If we're going off design alone, I think design alone is an S tier. But its main ability is Puppeteer. But to puppet a person, you have to put a hole in them. And I don't think it's S tier, but I think it's A tier. I think it's a very high A tier. Yeah, I think it's A tier. Justice is cool. Next we have the Lovers. Again, this is just like classic part 3. Like, there's a lot of like C tier stands, honestly, and I don't really remember much about the Lovers other than it can like shrink in size. Wait, oh, I do remember. The Lovers doesn't have a range. That is probably the only thing good about it, is that it has no range and that the user can just go do whatever they want. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in C. Next up, the Sun. Hey guys, just wanted to give a heads up. This is editing Gurren here. The Sun is in D tier because I realized how trash it was, and I just wanted to give the heads up. Alright, next up we have a very interesting one. Death 13. Death 13 is a very good at design. I like the mask, I like the scythe it carries. I like the gesture, like creepy vibes it gives off too. Death 13 is very goated, and basically what it does, it's basically the JoJo's equivalent of Freddy Krueger, as it hunts you down in your dreams, and I think that's a really cool thing. And I think this is one of the few enemies in the series that could have taken out the Stardust Crusaders if they didn't have plot armor. I think Death 13 might be an S tier. I do like Death 13. Yeah, we're gonna give Death 13 S tier. I like it. It's goated design, goated ability. Next up we have Judgment. This is the stand that is like the genie. It's like the genie stand. It's pretty cool. It grants some wishes, but I think all the wishes come at a cost. or depending on what the wish is, it comes at a cost. Judgment, I could see it being good. I could see, if it could grant any wish without any bad things, easy as. Love this. Love to have this stand. It's just like I don't really remember. I'm gonna have to do some research on that actually. All right, I looked it up. Never mind. This stand sucks because everything that it like grants, it's like just clay, and that sucks. And for our last stand of the tarot users, we have this is the High Priestess. And this is a pretty cool stand actually. The High Priestess has the ability to like become one with minerals. As we see in the series, it becomes like part of the submarines that the STC get in, and at one point it also becomes the ocean floor, and I think that's really cool, and I think the stand actually has a lot of potential. But does it minerals? Minerals are goated. I think this is a B tier, but I think it's high B. Yeah, I think everything in A tier I would rather have than the High Priestess personally. Eh, Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. So this is the new ranking. We're done with all the tarot users of Dio's henchmen. I'm liking this ranking. It's pretty accurate, I would say, to what I actually think. We have a lot of C tiers. I hope we don't run into any more. So next, in the next video, we're gonna finish. I think we're gonna finish part 3, and we're gonna do the Egyptian gods plus like uh Dio and like Cream and all that. And yeah, be on the lookout for the next video, and I'll see you all in the next one.